Right. Rugby. Good evening, everybody. Welcome along. Gazza's here.
Hello, team.
My mum's here.
Hi, everybody.
And there are some other people hanging about as well. We're going to watch the Canes take on the Tahs from the Cake Tin in Wellington. And Milo is here with the first message of the day saying to like the stream, which is always good advice. Thank you, Junaid, mate. I am just going to adjust this so we can see the score during the game. Let's see if that works. Ducks Quack, kia ora, how's it going? Gazza, how you doing?
Not bad, buddy.
Not bad. Mum, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
There you go, look at that. Score predictor, Morgan family. I'm asking each person. Gazza, what?
30-28 to the Hurricanes, but it could go either way.
30 to 28 to the Canes. Mum?
I think the Canes. I have no idea what the score, but I think
Check out a number. What is the margin by?
5.
By 5.
Yeah.
What about me?
What about you? Who do you think's going to win?
Hurricane.
Hurricanes. By how much?
7.
By 7.
7.
Okay. Elleran, man, how's it going? Oh, doing a tribute for Chris Wiley.
Yep.
Ellis, who do you think's going to win? The Hurricanes or the Waratahs?
Whatever one Daddy's cheering for.
The yellow ones.
Okay,
The
I'll
Hurricanes.
cheer for them too.
By how much? How much are they going to win by? 1, 5, 10, 20?
5.
5. There you go.
Good choice.
Same as Nana.
Elleran's got the Tahs for this one, for the upset. Well, the Canes do have something of a disrupted backline, that's for sure. Crowd doesn't look that big. Yeah, Wellington doesn't get the best crowds, eh? Not for the Canes games anyway.
How can they stop the game? By winning? Yeah, can I go grab a fruit?
No, you've had heaps of fruit already.
Please?
No.
Okay.
It's not the size of the crowd. That's true. I mean, all the New Zealand grounds are a bit too big to be fit for purpose, but I'm pretty sure the Canes have still been getting under 10,000 this year, which is not the best look. Jimmy Kip says, thumbs up the stream, homies. Thank you for the tip, mate. Xavier, let's crack open a beer. He says, who's your starting 7 for the Wallabies? Carlo, Tizzano or McCright? And who's your starting Wallabies back row come Lions time? Right now,
Depends on injuries.
it seems like Tizzano, though.
Depends on injuries.
Tizzano's had a cracking start to the season.
McFred will be back soon.
Cheers, man, but I would have said that's unthinkable a couple of months ago.
I think just a wise piece of advice. Just wait for another 4 weeks because there's a long way to go in this competition and a lot of players are going to get injured. So I think that it might be a bit too soon.
Yeah. But yeah, cheers, Xavier. If I had to take a stab now, I'd probably just go Valentini, Wilson, and McCright. But that, as Gazza says, that could change. But cheers, man.
It's only Gazza-mania's opinion.
McCright isn't injured this week. It's pretty sure it's mandatory Wallabies rest. Oh, there you go. It's good news that he's getting the rest. Trash crowd yet again in Wellington. McLean Park would be stacked if we got a game of this caliber instead of the usual ratty one. Yeah. I was actually just thinking that the game at Napier looked a heck of a lot better. Elleran says, Grizz Wiley was famous for rucking out anyone on the wrong side of a Canterbury ruck. Tough as teak.
Yes.
I guess if your name is Alex, but you end up getting called Grizz, you must be pretty tough.
He's tough, all right. Took no prisoners.
There you go. Are the Reds playing this week? Can they take top spot? I need to look at the log. What have I done with my phone?
Yep, they can. I think they'll beat the Force.
Yeah, they got the Force at home, so they'll be big favourites for that game. On the table, the Reds are on 19, so they could definitely take a spot. Top spot, Gazza is correct as always. Messy start. Is it raining now? I don't think it's raining, but they said that it had been raining earlier in the day. So it might be a little bit wet. Oh, I think I just know what you're referring to, because that line out from the Tahs was pretty shocking, and then the Canes handling is no better. Shocked the Canes are on 7-game win streak against the Tahs. Feels like we open every season growing up with a loss to them.
He's given a ball carrier holding on. Didn't see it. Damon.
McLean Park is a better ground too. I've never seen a game at McLean Park. I have seen a game at this Caketon. I'll admit I wasn't that fussed on it just because you sit so far from the stadium. From the ground, sorry. Tahs going for touch. Not going for the points. They're here to play. Daramundi, how's it going? Line out time, attacking lineup for the Tahs. They catch this one. Longy Gleeson with a big carry.
He's going overseas.
Yeah, it's a bit of a disappointing one for the Wallabies, but they've got heaps of good loose forwards. Afternoon, all listening at work. Curious to see how the Tahs go, says Jules. Your team did remarkably well last week, Jules. Remarkably well. It's a belated birthday present for you, I think. What can the Tahs do here? Oh, sniping run from Teddy Wilson.
That was easy.
Lawson Crichton with the support line cuts through the Canes defence like a hot knife through butter.
Did he play for the Reds last year?
I think he did,
Yeah, he did.
I can't tell who's the strongest Aussie team this year. They all seem pretty even and high quality too. They have been good so far, eh? Look at that, just that little bit of space for Wilson from the base of that ruck. He just looks up and goes, oh, nobody's home. Pops it to Crichton and try time. Star Leo, sad that you tuned in right as the Tahs have just scored. But still early days. Still very early days.
Too easy. Too easy, Sam.
Yeah, that's right. Blood Dragon. I went to the Cake Tin to see the Knicks last year. It's not that bad for an oval, but it's pretty narrow for an oval pitch. Right. Yeah, I've only seen 2 games there, I think. 2 games or 1?
I think you've been twice.
I think I've been twice as well. What was the other game I saw? I might have seen the Blues played on there.
Yeah, I think you did.
And then I think I saw the Bulls play the Canes in a quarterfinal.
Who won that game? The Hurricanes?
The Canes, yeah. That's when the Blues were so trash, I thought I'll never get to go to a knockout game unless I go to see someone else play. But yeah, 7-0. Not great defence. You're right. Played for the Reds last year. Canes are really missing Devin Flanders.
He's got a broken ankle.
High work rate player for sure. I've been going through mental therapy to prepare myself for the Canes being awful this year. This is expected, says Starleo. Well, you're in a familiar place then. Us Blues fans are in a similarly familiar place.
Absolutely.
Last year seems like a distant memory, and it's kind of back to the normal slog this year.
We're in our worst place.
Maybe. At least we beat the Canes. Not a fan of the Cake Tin. I'm sure it was a good idea at the time, but it's too small for cricket, way too far away for rugby. Yeah, I sat front row when I went to the Cake Tin, and it was miles from the game. Miles.
It's a long way away.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I want to know Gazza's thoughts on why the Blues have been so poor this season, apart from injuries.
There's three things: complacency. Other teams have technically worked out their strategy and tactics, and they've got a horrific injury toll.
There you go. It's a multifaceted situation. Gazza has got the day off. How did you get a Friday off, mate? 3-day weekend. Good times.
How long was it?
Assuming you're not working on the weekend. Bit more drop ball. But the Canes have got an attacking line out 6 metres from Tahs' try line.
Brandy, when you got a minute,
Ooh, just secured.
he wants to know when when Auckland was a really good team, when they held the Renfrew Shield for that long time.
When I was a kid.
When your dad was a kid, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Go!
Try time. The hole. The Canes have hit back. Attacking line out play. Spread it wide through the hands. Pretty good stuff. Catch and pass. Line out was taken a little bit shakily, but still taken. Hohepa made a good line. Very nice set piece indeed, Jimmy.
They had 61 defences. You came to those games.
I did go to some of them, yes.
Can't believe they're opting to upgrade Eden Park instead of building a dedicated footy ground for Auckland. Yeah, it's just kick the can down the road, mate. Kick the can down the road.
What was the team?
Building a new stadium's too hard.
What was the team name?
It was just Auckland.
Got a new one coming, Christchurch.
That's right.
Before the Blues.
What's it going to be called? Tikaha.
I'm not actually sure.
I think it is.
It's going to be 45-40 type of game the way they're both defending. Yeah, you might be right. Let's see how good Hohepa is with the boot.
He's not that great.
He's not that great. Gazza is trying to put the... What's the reverse of the mockers on him? Oh, I thought he was going to get it, but it's just faded left. Gazza was right. Never doubt the Gazza.
I've seen him play a lot of rugby. He's not the greatest goal kicker. He plays for counties.
He needs to practice some more.
Well, they probably do, but some guys have got it, some guys haven't.
Yeah, that's right.
Some guys just don't get better at a day. What would you call the new stadium? I don't know. Auntie Helen was going to use one for like 500 million in time for the World Cup, but the council decided that a car wharf was more important. Yep, they blew it. They needed to get it done for the 2011 Rugby World Cup, but they didn't.
We're never going to get a new one.
So I think the ship has sailed.
We've got too many stadiums.
If they had the Warriors, the Blues, the Auckland FC,
City, yeah.
all playing in the same ground, which had like expandable, retractable seating kind of thing, you know, then it would be fit for purpose because it'd have enough usage, and you could put concerts in there and stuff too. But yeah, the way like North Harbour Stadium, Mount Smart Stadium, Eden Park, we don't need bloody 3 stadiums in a city this size.
And you got one up the road here.
Exactly.
Trust
Arena. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I think that's because we had all the different borough councils.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah,
They each
probably.
wanted their own
Yeah.
jewel in the crown kind of thing.
Yeah.
No offense to him, but Hohepa at 10 is the least, isn't inspiring much confidence for you, Stalia. Well, he had a good hand in setting up the try, if nothing else. He drew in Jorgensen and got the pass away, so... But yeah, I get where you're coming from.
There's nothing wrong with his general play. It's just his goal kicking 61%. Well, at this level, it's unacceptable.
Thursdays. Flew over Christchurch Stadium the other day in a plane. What else would you have flown over in? Is it the biggest structure in the South Island? I don't know. What else is big in the South Island? Is that Jorgensen injured?
Forsyth Bar?
Oh yeah, Forsyth Bar. Taking the easy way out after a sponsor.
We've been at Forsyth Bar.
Yeah, that's a sponsor name stadium. Perth is lucky having some really good stadiums. Enjoyed the Sevens last month and the Forces home ground. How big is Perth anyway? What's the population of Perth?
Oh, don't know.
Auckland,
Fourth largest city in Australia. I
Is
don't
it?
know who's the fourth, Adelaide or Perth.
Auckland FC are planning to build their own 12,000-seater stadium at Western Springs. They plan to fund it themselves. We don't need that many stadiums.
No, it's ridiculous.
Somebody's
Hey.
here.
对，你又说东西了。哎呦，谢谢啊。你最近工作还好啊？好。More food.
You got food. Nice.
My Chinese neighbour just brought us food.
What did you do to deserve that?
I don't know. I helped this kid enroll in school like a year, well, it can't be a year, 6 months ago, and I'm still getting paid off in food for it.
Nice.
Oh, Jorgensen's down again. And he's in Jimmy's fantasy squad. Oh, no. Perth has about 1.5 million people, and it's bigger than Adelaide, apparently.
Oh, there you go. You hear that?
Yep.
What'd you get, some dumplings? No, these look like baozi. I think, steamed buns. Not sure what's in them. Something.
Can he talk English?
I don't think he speaks English, no. But it's okay because I speak Chinese.
You do it quite well.
He probably hello and goodbye. And
Probably. Yeah. Oh, Jorgensen's
Jorgensen's
gone.
off.
Oh dear.
Bad news, especially for Jimmy.
Take a tickies on. It's a bit sad to see.
Yeah, you want to see a guy go off again. Oh, they just couldn't hold on to that past the Canes, and it's another shelled ball. There's been a bit of shelled ball this game so far.
Wasn't a very good pass.
Man, if only there was a channel where we could hear you speaking Chinese. I know, right? What would we call it? If I was like on tour and I call myself 2 cents? Wonder how that could work.
I enjoyed your last one.
Did you?
I did.
Are you saying that because you're my mum?
No, I'm saying it because I thought it was interesting.
There you go.
You taught me stuff I didn't know.
How did you find out my hotel check-in process?
Good.
I can see why they don't want foreigners.
The hotel.
That was
Because the
interesting.
pain in the ass.
Yes.
To be honest, bigger hotels have got that process done a lot more smoothly. I think because it was a cheap hotel,
Yeah.
they probably almost never get foreign guests because
Yeah.
most foreign guests who come to town are probably staying in flash places.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, if someone asks you to do something that you haven't done for like
Yes.
6 months, you're like, oh, geez, what do I do?
What do I do?
So I think that was why it was so painstaking for them. Oh, and then our man, there he is. Milo has just put the link there. There it is. Look at that. Check that out at halftime.
Oh, New South Wales guy down.
Greetings from Argentina, crossing my fingers for the Waratahs to return someday. Man, I love that team's jerseys. Such a shame those guys aren't in it right now. Elleran says, I enjoy watching Karifi play, just short of the ABs, but such a good provincial player. Yeah, he's another one of those ones that's a victim of the fact that we got so many good Lucies, eh? Go Liam Lawson. Oops, gone. Sorry. Yeah, what happened with that? I don't really follow Formula One.
He got demoted after 2 races, which
gave
was
him
fully
two.
undeserved. Fully undeserved.
2 races.
It's a bit harsh.
Harsh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
The motor racing in Formula One is cutthroat.
I guess so. But
He's been demoted to the second team.
if it had been the Kiwi guy swapping places and the Japanese guy getting demoted, we'd be loving it. We wouldn't be saying it's harsh on the Japanese guy.
It's put the Japanese guy in a hard place now.
Japanese
Yeah.
guy, everybody stuck up balls, and even the
I know.
Japanese driver,
Yeah, I know.
even Max Verstappen, who's the world champion, he stuck up for him.
Yeah.
Ah,
But
well.
it's put the Japanese guy in a no-win situation. Really.
Well, how many have they gone through in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
6.
He's got to come out and do better.
Yeah, it's it.
Yeah.
It's just shocking the way they do it.
Oh, it's dreadful.
They cut through.
When abroad, my family try to avoid staying in hotels. Renting a flat, a bed and breakfast is better. Yeah, it's one idea. In China, you have to register with the local kind of police thing. So, going for a hotel, they can usually do that for you. So
you don't do it every time you go over, do you?
Oh no, I do.
Every time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'd be breaking the law.
Get into trouble.
I am 37th in our pool of 270 people in fantasy, for the person who asks. So I'm not doing too bad. What is that, like top 40? At least we have Dogos and Pampas and Super Rugby Americas. I haven't seen it, but I do know about it. Yeah. It's certainly good to have that competition going for all the South American nations participating. Do you think they could expand Super Rugby? I don't want them to expand it right now. Right now they need to leave it. They've only just got it right. It needs to stick for at least a few years. No changes. No more teams. Although they may want to make it 12 because 11's kind of an awkward number. But expansion was the death of the old Super Rugby, I feel. He's carried that back, surely.
Yep. He's going off his head.
Why is he looking like that?
Well, because the referee's given them the Hurricanes a 5 metre scrum.
Yeah, but he carried it back, so
he reckons he didn't.
Well, he did. He
He's
did.
Yeah.
Today, Joey Walton.
Ooh, they're a bit heavier
They're a little bit, aren't they?
Man, worrying about these poor multi-millionaire drivers in Formula One. Yeah, Formula One drivers get paid a bit more than rugby players, that's for sure. It's kind of a rich dude's... Like, a lot of sports kind of get categorized into, like, you know, rich people sports, poor people sports. I think part of it's just the amount of gear you need. Like, for football, soccer, you just basically need a ball. Rugby, you need a ball, and you usually need someone, unless you're playing touch, you need somewhere a bit softer to play. You need grass. You need a bit of grass to play on. You can't just play on concrete if you're playing tackle. You can if you're really keen.
From what I understand with the racing, a lot of the younger guys come from rich families who buy their way in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lawson obviously did because his parents couldn't afford it. But so he's got there on merit, but some of them actually buy their way in.
There's definitely one Canadian driver, I think, whose dad's like a billionaire.
Yes, yeah. Apparently there's quite a few.
Okay.
I was just listening to it on the radio the other day.
But I mean, you need to have money to go go-karting and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not as cheap as playing rugby or...
That's right.
Here we go. Is Naholo going to get a double? Yes, he is.
Good job.
Canes are in the lead.
Yep.
Finding a 12th team that could sit in the 8th, 10th position as a minimum would be nice to make it an even number of teams, says Jimmy. But yeah, if that's not the Hawaras or some super combo from Japan, just leave Super Rugby as it is. Yeah.
You used to have too many.
The only problem with the Hawaras right now is, firstly, the distance. It would be far away. Because the one thing about them making Super Rugby in its current format is to reduce the travel. And then also, who's going to play for them? Because they'd need to get a heap of players who are all contracted to various clubs around the world. So it'd be a big ask. Japanese side, I think the Japanese sides are pretty keen on their own domestic competition at the moment.
We've already had the Sun Wars and that didn't work out, so we can't do Japan at the moment.
Oh, he's shaved it left again. Hohepa misses too, but it's 10-7.
You should be aiming for the right-hand post.
Formula One is an expensive sport to get involved in. Oh yeah. A lot of teams have come and gone in the years because they can't afford to keep up. Why did the expansion fail? Was it during the pandemic? Maybe an excuse. I feel like the Super Rugby relationship, it's not about Argentina. I think it's more about New Zealand and Australia and South Africa. It was already a bit strained.
Hey Dad, I think the Waratahs number 14 just did like a backward or forward roll.
Okay.
Like at least 2 meters away from the tackle.
Wow. But yeah, I know both fan bases, especially New Zealand and South Africa, like to blame each other for it, but I think there was a lot of build up to it.
There was a build-up.
Like South Africa had long been kind of posturing that, hey, we could go to Europe, you know, when negotiating deals and whatnot.
That's fair comment.
But it was New Zealand, I think, who ultimately kind of pulled the trigger at the end. But I think that was the kind of straw that broke the camel's back, more than it being a unilateral decision.
And there was always a lot of travel to South Africa.
And the travel thing, yeah, New Zealand wanted a competition with tighter time zones, basically. And they also wanted the Aussies to sacrifice more teams. So New Zealand rugby did throw their weight around a bit, which didn't make them look great. But like I said, there'd been previous stuff in the build-up. Maybe a billionaire to fund a team based in Hong Kong. Yeah, needs some money. What are your thoughts on merging the Japan competition with Super Rugby? I don't think Japan would want to. Japan's got their own multi-level competition. And they're pretty happy. There would be no reason for them, apart from playing a higher level of rugby, to want to do that. But I don't think that's their priority. I don't think they would touch Super Rugby with a barge pole.
No.
And I don't blame them.
That'd be pretty stupid if they did.
Yeah.
They're going to get 3 tiers of competition over the Euro.
Yeah. Like Jimmy says, a Champions Cup style thing where the best teams from Super Rugby and the best teams from Japan, maybe like the MLR or something, might be the best you could get. But again, where do you fit it on the calendar is always the big question.
A lot of rugby clubs in the United States have gone defunct. They've gone out of operation.
There's a few of them. More drop ball. Well, the guys over in America are operating on pretty small budgets. Those guys are pretty much semi-professional.
A lot of Kiwis over there.
New Zealand rugby's reliance on international fans led to wanting expansion to Asia. USA definitely didn't suit South Africa. Yeah, everyone was pulling in their own direction, even before COVID. I don't think the South African guys like the travel either, to be honest, or the time zones.
No, they didn't.
Travel to Europe's it suits them a lot better.
Yeah, a lot closer.
And just no time zone change, really. This game's been very sloppy, yeah. I think so. Do New Zealand clubs miss the South African clubs? Oh, geez, I think there's heaps of former players, current players on the record are saying they miss going to South Africa for sure. It's a different kind of test, but from a fan perspective, I don't think there were many New Zealanders who were getting up to watch games of Super Rugby at 3 in the morning or 5 in the morning or whatever.
Nah.
I think that's where it coming down. Oh, he's just falconed it off his head. Goodness gracious me. Nothing's going right for the Tahs at the moment. Alaran says the 4 teams in Australia have been competitive. We have a solid following for the Kiwi team, so it looks really good. But for the odd number of teams, the odd number of teams, it can still work. I mean, it just means the bye thing becomes a bit awkward. Oh, I didn't quite hit him in the face. Hit him hands, then face. Game's fallen off a bit of when Jorgensen went off and the Tahs backline had to reshuffle. Yeah, Jorgensen's a good player. In my opinion, they've also benefited from the rule interpretations and a bunch of luck to win ugly. I think a lot of pundits focus on how good South Africa are at the moment as if it's just because of their athletes and style. Oh, okay. 12th team will be an Aussie team. It won't be for some time.
Oh, I don't think so. That's why the Rebels are gone. Don't think so. Yeah, the poor Aussies are competing against AFL and League.
Where would you put another Aussie team, eh? Some people have said you could put another Kiwi team in Gazza.
No.
Not having it.
There's already future talks about getting rid of the Highlanders. I don't know how true that is, but no, not at the moment.
Here in Argentina, I think we're still mourning the loss of the Jaguares. Fortunately, we don't lack players in Europe. For 4 or 5 years, it was the only professional team in the country. Yeah, it was great. Cause
Yeah, they were great, the Awaris.
they were.
They made the final against the Crusaders.
They started off a little bit disappointing, but then they finally got really going good just before COVID, which was disappointing. And from a New Zealand perspective, the time zone was okay because it was always like a Sunday morning game. You could have breakfast and watch the Jaguares playing. It was great.
They weren't bad, were they?
No, they're quite good.
They haven't got a bad team now either.
Argentina.
Yeah.
You're thinking 10 years down the road. Yeah, if Super Rugby can keep going in its current state for 10 more years. Yeah, both sides are shutting each other down for the most part, aren't they?
Crichton not coming back on from his head injury.
Do you think Australia will be competitive against the Lions?
Yep.
I think so. Australian sides are looking pretty good. And yeah, the Lions have still got some pretty big selection things to make. Japanese team. The thing about getting a Japanese team
Too small.
is, do you make it like a collection of guys who take time off from their Japanese clubs like the Sunwolves used to do? Do you exclusively sign them to just play Super Rugby and not play Japanese rugby? I don't know. I don't know how it works with Japan because Japan's already settled. You can remember the Five Nations. Five Nations is a wee while ago now. This game's getting a bit ugly, folks. It's getting a bit ugly.
What happened?
Offside.
Is Angus Bell the best prop in Super Rugby this year?
Pretty good.
He's pretty good. Is he in my fantasy team? Let's have a look. Who's in my fantasy team? Nope, no Angus Bell this week. I've got Cam Roigard in this game and he's got 5 points, so he's doing miserably. He's the only guy I've got in this game. We're almost at half an hour. There's been another turnover. No, Tahs have still got it. And they got advantage for a knock on. It's going to be another scrum.
A lot of mistakes.
Sounds like Japan has an encouraging club competition. Yeah, their club competition only went fully pro a couple of years ago. So I do think it would be hard to get a Japanese team. It'd be like getting another New Zealand team to compete somewhere outside of Super Rugby. Like, where would you get the players? You'd have to get all the leftovers or somehow entice players to not play Super Rugby and play in some other league. It'd be hard to work out. Unfortunately, the year the Jaguares lost the final to the Crusaders, the strong season didn't carry over to Ledesma's Pumas in Japan. Yeah, that was disappointing. They should have had like perfect cohesion playing together, but it seemed like Quesada was able to get more from the players than Ledesma. I wish Quesada was coaching Argentina right now, but anyway, Contepomi's doing okay. Aileron's gotten a holo, so a good start. Well done, man. Your fantasy pick. What happened to Jorgo? He went off with some kind of leg injury, Jules.
I think he had a knee injury or ankle injury or something.
Ankle, I think.
He took a whack and then he seemed to wanted to run it off, but he couldn't, and he looked pretty miserable. His facial expression was not one.
Went off with a head injury.
Yeah. We go to watch the game at Eden Park against the Box. Do you think the record will remain? I'm hopeful that Razor can hold the Eden Park record, but if we keep playing at Eden Park, it's going to get broken eventually.
Oh, I'm pretty confident we can hold it if we get the... Because we're playing them after the French show. We should be... I give us a chance of holding it. 50-50.
Alright, the Tahs are actually in the Canes 22.
But it's not going to be the end of the world if it does get broken, because like Mark said, it's got to go eventually. Doesn't matter how good you are going to get beaten eventually.
You want to know one good thing if we lose their record?
What's that?
The video I make about it will get a lot of views.
Yep.
People will want to see the misery on my face.
Yes.
Isn't good. No, Jules, it looked pretty... Yeah, he looked pretty uncomfortable.
What if the record carries on until you retire?
Then
That would be a very long time.
that'd be pretty impressive.
It would be.
Then you can make a rugby YouTube channel and then you can get lots of views on your video.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Smart boy.
I had Max in my fantasy team, so not great for your team, Daramundi. There you go.
Have they had that streak?
Sucks when that happens. I had Tupavai last week and they scratched him from the team like
I don't know what.
5 minutes before kickoff or something.
6 minutes before kickoff, yeah.
So I didn't have time to change him. So he got 0 last week.
And did they play some teams twice? Wait, where did we play it?
He got hurt in the warm-up, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was in France.
Oh,
Oh, the Canes have held them out. This is a very frustrating game to watch. Yeah, you're not kidding.
Usually they have one.
I notice we're talking about like everything else but the game, because the game itself at the moment is largely drop ball, turnovers won.
Fairly boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the flashiest one. It started with some nice tries.
Mundane's the word. Mundane is the word.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit
It's not
mundane.
riveting.
I mean, there's some good hits, some good defense, but yeah, it's good turnovers. Did start with some nice tries, to be honest, but could be spicy as the All Blacks have a score to settle with the Box. Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. All Blacks South Africa is always a big game, so it's going to be even spicier than normal.
I decided to bring him back on. He
Must be
might
a
have
bit
passed,
chilly
but
down there.
they're leaving him on. What?
Must be a bit chilly down
Oh,
there.
yeah, it'd be chilly down in Wellington.
Sullivan must have seen the video with his tackle percentage. Well, I actually should have added his dominant tackle stats. He maybe has some dominant tackles. Hurts that the Canes might have the most constantly boring games this year. We seem to be lacking attacking magic. What are you up to, mister? Okay, you thirsty? These pretzels making you thirsty?
What pretzels? We didn't have any pretzels, did we?
Oh, I don't think so. Classic Blues jersey, yeah. He got it for Christmas, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
The classic Blues jersey from Nana and Granddad.
He kept saying he didn't have one.
There wasn't a very good kick by Sawili.
Ducks Quack's enjoying it as an invested Canes fan. It's certainly a tight game still, which is great. Any extra beers left over from the podcast? There's a couple left at Tony's place from last week. Oh, here goes Hohepa. Oh, he's busted more tackles. He's doing all right with the ball in hand.
He needs to kick his goals.
Oh, I think they've just put in a try-saving play in the corner, the Tahs.
So really,
Took 3 of them though.
Yeah. Bullet pass from Karifi. Then Hohepa beats his first man, Walton. Teddy Wilson gets him. Roygaard, quick ball. And then smashed by Suali'i and 2 other Tahs in the corner.
The one that you made.
Both teams under a lot of pressure. Defenses cancelling each other out. You might be able to enjoy the game. I just wish they'd stop dropping the ball a little bit. I love the turnovers.
But this was for
There's just been too many
oh,
drops.
hang on. Charge down.
Alice.
Charge down. And now we got penalised.
2 nana from Alice. Beautiful.
What's she been making?
2 nana from Alice.
Oh, Easter egg.
yeah,
So
look at
beautiful.
this.
It's
I agree,
beautiful. It's really lovely. Good girl.
This for your granddad, so you can stick it on your food.
I will.
Still 6 minutes to go in this first
So
half.
so you can show when people come to your house if they do.
They do, yes. I can
Look
show
at this
you.
charge down.
Yeah, he kicked it quite low, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Good job.
It's especially for Easter.
Yeah, thank you, sweetie.
Go now.
Okay. Move my bag.
Sort of game which causes the coach to age by about a decade. Yeah. Oh, the Tahs line out has once again had some issues. Almua is carrying it into contact. Here's a chance for the Canes. Come on, before the Tahs can settle. Quick ball. Blindside again. Can the Tahs hold out before half time?
How long till half
5
time?
minutes, just under
Yeah,
5 minutes.
40 minutes will be half time. I'm not sure that was the right option,
No.
but Teddy Wilson's isolated. If they can turn him over.
Yeah,
Oh, they've
can.
done it.
They did. Good job.
Oh, and the Holo just couldn't quite grab the pass.
He went backwards, so he's okay.
Jeez, he's stepping everybody. He stepped half the Waratahs. Oh my goodness. Who said they've got a Naholo in their fantasy team? He's going to be scoring buckets.
Ooh, almost there.
Why not go wide? Okay, they scored anyway.
Good job. Amua?
Oh, more. I thought they had numbers. I thought they should just go wide.
Well, I think
Trying to make it easy for the kicker.
Yeah, maybe.
They deserve to be in the league. There's no doubt about that.
This all comes from the Tahs losing their own line out. That'll be frustrating. Dan McKellar. Look at Naholo. 1, 2, 3. Goes around to about 5 Tahs players.
Now let's see if Riley can kick this.
Come on, Riley.
Come on, Counties, man, kick it.
There you go.
Hey!
Hohepa is on fire.
Yeah.
Crusaders gave him a lot of crap for struggling behind a useless team last year, but he's been solid enough this game. Yeah, he's had a couple of nice carries, eh?
Yeah, his general play's good, but his goal kicking 61%. You
Yeah.
know, super level, you've got to be higher than that.
Onto this.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
What's Robinson going to do with Ruben Love this year?
Yeah, he should probably start some.
He'll be in the squad for sure.
Any chance the Tahs can defend their right wing for once this game?
Oh, I see. Right, right.
Tahs have no backs on the bench now. Oh, they lost another back.
Oh, no.
Who's gone off? Oh, Darby Lancaster's gone off. Jack Grant's had to come on, so that means they got both their halfbacks on.
Oh, no.
That doesn't bode well for the Tahs.
No.
That's 3 they've lost now.
ARP had an interesting discussion about New Zealand goal kickers end up taking much higher percentage of kicks from out wide because we don't kick many penalties. They look worse than they are.
Go, go, go.
Oh,
Here's Roygard.
Roygard, he's in my fantasy team.
There you go.
Yeah, now the Canes are looking on
Looking
fire.
a bit better, aren't they?
Yeah. Tahs have been a bit unlucky with the injuries, but that was pretty slick. From the kickoff.
It's a competition. I don't understand it myself.
Bobbling ball.
Yeah, what is a fantasy team?
Oh, basically you can just choose players from all the different teams and put them in like a game. And then they score points based on what they do in the game. Like if you score a try, you get 15 points for your player. If they make a tackle, they get a point.
Come on, Riley.
Okay.
Come on, Riley. You can do it.
Are you like?
Mr.
Is that
Hoover.
like a game? Like
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good lead at half time.
That's a good lead half
Is it
time.
like a game on like a computer?
I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
There used to be, Jimmy, a Twitter account which did goal kicker ratings, and it was great because they did it more comprehensively. They would give guys grades based on the angle, distance, wind, all that kind of stuff. So, like, a kick from the sideline in the wind was worth, more than a kick straight out in front. So, it was actually a really good indicator of where the goal kickers were at. But that's been inactive for years now.
Why?
Because the people who ran it stopped running it. I guess it was a lot of work for them. And they probably didn't make any money out of it. Yeah, good lead at half time.
It is.
Jimmy's gone rogue this week with DMAC out. You went with Liner as your 10 and made him captain. I think I did the same thing. I'm pretty sure I've got him as well.
It's a good lead.
Yeah, Liner's my 10 and he's captain. I got a couple of Brumbies front rowers along with a Force front rower, a Reds lock, a couple of Crusaders guys in the pack, Tizano because he's been scoring really well, Failangi, yeah, Will Jordan of course, we're with Dalgunu, and now Roygard's got 31 points, so he's doing a lot better. A lot better. Either we're both idiots or we're both geniuses. We will soon find out. Well, we'll find out tomorrow anyway.
Don't have kids doing hands on TV with cars, please. Give me a break.
But it's a Mitsubishi Gazza.
Whoever thought that up needs their head read?
Somebody in
Come on,
marketing.
man.
There you go, $62,990
The only thing
Gazza.
they got missing, Dawn, is a dog or a cat.
We'll have two. Yes.
The only thing they got missing, dog or a cat.
My captain is Will Jordan. Yeah, I got Will Jordan in my team, but I didn't make him captain. He was a little bit more quiet last week. Can the Landers finally put it together? Rough chance against the Brumbies.
It'll be close, but I picked the Brumbies.
Yeah, I think I picked the
In
Brumbies as
Australia?
well. Yeah, it's in
Oh,
Canberra.
Canberra.
Canberra's tough.
Yeah, you'd have to pick the Brumbies. wouldn't you?
Mind you, the Brumbies have slipped a bit this year, but they'll be thereabouts. Stephen Larkin wasn't very happy with them last week, or the game they lost earlier.
Kiwi Team Revenge Week, maybe. You could do a stats-based analysis of the fantasy strategies. Yeah, you can look at it all you want, and then you pick some guy who you think's going to do the perfect thing, and they get injured within the first 2 minutes.
I think the fantasy statistics might be a bit far, don't you reckon?
The one that I liked a bit more was the Fox Sports one way back in the day, because you didn't have unlimited transfers. You actually had to plan which players you were going to kind of rotate in, rotate out. There was a bench, and the players' values would change based on how many people picked them or dropped them. I thought that was a lot more in depth, but it's first year for fantasy this year, so I'm sure it'll get better. Morning from a rainy Pretoria. Please send regards to Gazza. Sabelo sends his regards.
Cheers, mate.
My school login.
Kane's finally playing with some passion. It's good to see them unleashing a wee bit.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
We'll see how they go for the second half. Let's have a look at some stats. Half-time stats between the Canes and the Tahs. Win probability is 98% Hurricanes. That makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise it was like,
Turnovers won is 5 by the Tahs, 3 by the Canes, which is pretty high for one half of rugby because the defence in that regard has been pretty good. Tahs have had more possession.
Lost 3 backs.
Canes have had more territory. But yeah, the Tahs have lost 3 backs to injury. And their line out is at 70%, which is pretty bad. Line breaks is 3-1 to the Canes. Penalties conceded is 5 by the Canes, 2 by the Tahs. And the Canes tackle percent is 93, which is bloody awesome. The Tahs is 81, which is...
Solid.
It's solid, but it's not great. It's kind of edging towards a little bit low.
They started off well.
What's a Tahs win paying at half time?
yeah, I haven't tried it on Gazza,
It'll be a lot.
but I want to.
Okay.
Right now the Tahs are paying $26 to win.
Don't waste your money.
Yeah. Don't waste your money.
Should I spend like right now, see if you can do it like after the game? Then we have all this one to do it on this side.
What's he going on about?
His school login.
Oh, okay.
Computer login.
Taste it out on yours.
Okay. Maybe we'll try it over the weekend, eh?
Okay. I guess weekend is only one day away. Well, now only a few hours away.
And just remember, there's only 4 games on this weekend.
Yeah, 3 teams are on the bye.
Yep. 3 teams are on the bye.
I think I know why sometimes I go to sleep.
What is it?
Oh, by the way, people were asking about setting up memberships during the last live stream. So I set some up for 99 cents. So I set up a few Gazza related emojis and yeah, YouTube approved them. I didn't realize I had to submit it for approval, but they approved it.
99 cents.
99 cents. I couldn't make it 2 cents. That's the lowest I could put it.
Was that the lowest you could do?
99 cents is the lowest I could put it.
Fair enough.
If you want to make money from gambling, become a bookie. They're the only usual winners, says Jezza. You're pretty much right. And even if you do make too much money from the bookies, they just ban you.
Yeah.
Because that guy who I sometimes do a bit of work with, Graham from Scotland, he runs an algorithm which does betting predictions.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's been banned from the bookies in the UK because
really?
He's been banned.
yeah. But once you take too much money from them, they just ban you.
Did they have a limit?
I think so.
Bad sportsmanship, that is.
Yeah, well, they don't want you winning. They want you losing.
I know.
If you lose it, they get money.
They do.
You still have contact with them?
Oh, yeah. I did. He sponsored the last episode I did with Tony.
What is that? Have a look.
The best running fullback in the world has ever seen has one heck of a widow's peak. He's probably not quite as quick as he used to, but he's probably still quicker than me. Even Tony blitzes me when I go for a run with him. When I was growing up, our butcher around the corner used to run a book. There you go. What are they doing? Creative stuff, I guess. I could tell Tony had dropped some weight, but 20 kgs is a heck of an effort. Yeah!
He's a fit guy.
He is now. He used to be chubby. Now
As he slimmed down.
he's slimmed down about 20 kilos, yeah.
Wow.
How often does he run?
Well, he was doing a challenge called the Hard 75, which is 75 days. You got to have no alcohol, no snack or junk foods, only healthy foods basically, 3 times a day. And you have to exercise twice a day for 45 minutes. One of those 45-minute sessions has to be outside.
Wow.
And you can't combine them. It can't be a 90-minute run. It has to be 45 minutes and then another separate 45 minutes.
Wow.
So basically, eating healthy food and exercising caused him to lose weight.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's
That's normal.
normal. Yeah, it's almost like that's normal.
I don't think the workout like 2 times a day and stuff.
Gazza has lost 57 kilos. Holy
moly.
hell.
That is a lot.
That's a lot of weight.
Congratulations.
That's
My goodness.
amazing.
That's amazing.
I think I've lost about 5.
That's awesome.
It's not quite 57. Jeepers. 57 is more than some entire humans, fully grown humans, weigh.
How much does he weigh?
30 something?
Yeah,
Oh.
I can go weigh myself.
There you go, weigh yourself. Tell us how much you weigh. He's got to weigh himself. Isn't it odd how when players come back from a long-term injury, they play awesome for 1 or 2 games before having a few average games? Regard now appears to have gone through the slump.
I've gone up.
How much are you
It
now?
used to be 29.5.
Are you in the 30s now?
No, 29.8.
You're still not 30 kilos.
Nope.
Bro, go eat some food.
Okay.
People think I don't feed you.
Here I come.
He's like a horse.
What's that?
Your brother's too skinny.
Brother.
Not even 30 kilos.
Can I eat some food today?
How much do you weigh?
Can I also eat some food?
Go weigh yourself and tell me what you weigh. See if you're heavier than your brother.
I think she was very close this time.
Nah, she's not.
No.
Nah, she's
Dropping
not.
the booze,
She's not.
beer helps a lot. Yeah, exactly. Tony used to drink a lot, so. Well, Mark, you weren't obese like I was. I mean, yeah, starting point high means you'll drop more, but still, that's still a massive, massive effort. I feel like I need to tell you, like, go have some cheese or
How much do
something.
you weigh?
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. What do you
Nothing
think?
stuff in your cord, I'm not
Okay.
going.
Okay, you can go eat something if you want.
Yay!
Okay, need to have a shower.
How much do you weigh, Alice?
Get that kid a sandwich. I know. You should have some cheese, Garrett. Have some cheese.
I like cheese.
Good.
Can't leave the food outside.
Salads don't win scrums, though. Exactly. You're not going to win these scrums with that nectarine, mate.
I know. I just check on when I tackle with Lucas at school.
Up the cane, says Victoria. Victoria, how's it going? How's France treating you?
Why do they always look like them?
Just the way they grow.
57 is 3 kgs more than my wife, is Alaran. Goodness gracious me. Your wife also needs to go have some food, mate. Either that or she's pretty short.
Yes, it is. Do you want to sit down here? You can see.
Razor's going to try Havili in the midfield. What do you reckon, Gazza?
He'll be in the squad.
Oh, how's your ref rating for half time? I forgot to ask.
He's alright. 12 out of 20.
12 out of
He's
20.
done nothing wrong. right.
Havili is perfect for utility. He does play a lot of positions. That is true.
If Geordie Barrett's not injured, Geordie will be the 12.
Yeah, it's true. France is
We got lots of 12s. We got lots of 13s. We don't need to worry about our midfield.
Enjoying Bordeaux more than the Canes this season. How about them Jets? I haven't. I've stopped following the NHL this season because the Islanders have been bad. Magic 12 out of 20 always seems harsh. There you go. I compare Havili to Franz Stein. Yeah, pure number of positions, yes. I'm not sure that Havili is quite at the same level of Franz Stein, though.
He's playing well this season. He's captain.
He
He's
is
playing
having a
real
good
well.
season. I'll admit that. He is having a good season.
And he surprised me with his leadership. He's done extremely well, mind you.
Yep.
He's got a lot of experienced people with him.
Why do they need
Some people told me to stop losing weight, but I've learned to tune it out.
Bit of a break.
Yeah, don't listen to those people, mate.
Give them a drink.
Some people don't want to see you better yourself. As long as you're happy doing what you're doing, keep going. You must be feeling better having lost 57 kilos, man. Yeah.
They don't want to lose any more backs.
Ben, have I recovered from last weekend? What happened last weekend? I think the Blues were on the bye, right? We certainly didn't play the Crusaders and get hammered at Eden Park. God, that was bad. Victoria weighs 57 kilos, so yeah, exactly. That's how good your work was, Jezza. You've just got Victoria off your back, basically. (24/7) live streams of the Canes. Yeah, we seem to be doing a few Canes live streams. Just depends on whenever Gazza comes over. Well, it's probably good we didn't do the Blues Crusaders last week. 'Cause that would have been depressing.
No, we're not doing that.
Who's the front runner for the Wallabies job, Gazza?
Too early to tell. Like I said, there's, a rugby analogy says the Lions are coming in July. We're halfway through Super. Let's see how many injuries we get. Ask us in about 4 weeks. Then we'll have a closer idea. And I'm not trying to dodge the question, but, all these people that predict early in the season, in my rugby history, in days gone by, and you come later on to pick a team, it can look a lot different to when you started the season to the mid-season. That's just from a rugby analyst like me. I think I'm a bit of a rugby analyst guy. I'm not a stats guy like this guy. I look ahead as to what may happen and how many injuries the Wallabies get, how many injuries the All Blacks get. South Africa, doesn't matter who it is. It's going to dictate the team. Is that common sense?
What was the question though?
Who's going to be the front runner for the Wallabies
Well, we
job?
don't know because I've just given you the answer.
The coach.
The coach.
Who's going to be the coach? That was the
Probably
question.
Les Kiss, but I wouldn't put my house on it. Les Kiss, maybe. Could be Stephen Larkin, Mike McCullough, who knows? I mean, it's like he's going to be the coach of Wales. We don't know.
Speaking of losing weight, shouldn't Tupou lose some weight? Maybe he's not been injured as much this season, so maybe he's all right with his current weight.
He's a big unit, isn't he?
He's a big unit. My knees are no longer shot to bits, and my blood pressure is healthy. So happy days. Well, there you go.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
My blood pressure's.
Literally, if you lose 57 kilos, your blood pressure is going to look a lot healthier.
Yeah.
Down.
You're a legend.
Your heart won't have so
You're a
much
legend. If you lose
effort.
57 kilos, you're a legend in my eyes.
Absolutely.
That takes dedication, determination.
It does. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Garrett, what are you doing to me, man?
Yeah, I think that's what my dad was saying, Matthew. What are you? Didn't you just eat an nectarine? Sit up, you.
Okay.
They need to score now.
Oh, it was a joke on the scoreline. Oh, no, I get you.
I'm just going to try it.
Mm.
Because my phone was at work for like 3 hours last
But I think the last time these guys were on, we streamed Hurricanes Drew or something like that. Gazza says, cheers, Gazza means a lot.
How many games are the Lions going to win? 9 match tour, they won 7 out of 9.
Tahs have just scored in the corner. On debut.
Oh, Archie Saunders, yeah.
Not bad.
Well done.
Backline shot to shreds and he's scored on his debut.
Yeah.
Archie Saunders.
Well done. That was good.
Charlie
I like it when a
Campbell.
guy has his first game and gets a try. He's only 21.
Nice wide pass. Totally out on his own.
Beautiful.
No problems with the finish. What a pass. Boomfa.
Scored on his debut. I love it when that happens. 21, he's on his debut, gets a try. Fantastic.
Ronan O'Gara maybe could coach the Wallabies. Yeah, maybe.
No, I don't think so. No.
Fight back time. You just realised you're in New Zealand when France come to play Victoria. There you go.
Oh, that's gonna be fascinating. I can't wait for the French. They're gonna be strong. And they're gonna be challenging too.
Come on, kick it, Tane. Nah, he's pulled it left as well.
Oh, he's pulled it left as well.
Same as Hoyapa. Struggling with those kicks. Alaran says Ahmed equals Hoyapa. There you go.
Oh, I love this. Love a story like this. 21 on debut, scores a try. Fantastic.
Yeah, the French are coming here, but likely without some of their top line
I think
players.
they'll still
They'll
send a
still
pretty
send a
strong
strong
team
team, but a lot of the guys involved in the
guys were evil.
business end of the top 14 won't be coming.
The thing about it is they're getting us early in the season, so they could win. They could win a test.
True. And yeah, no Dupont because he's injured himself.
They've got lots of good players in front. Actually, they're they're a bit like South Africa now, eh? They've got a lot of talent. A lot of talent.
I don't know. I think we got like one at your house.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we had one at our house. Yeah. I know. We got 2 copies right now. One.
I thought France is bringing a B squad. Yeah,
I'll just
yeah.
I think it'll be an A and B squad.
I'll just give you the old one so I can read
Yeah, I think it just depends on the availability based on how the top 14 knockout stages go.
Pretty funny. I'm actually surprised they actually both got the strength. I think
Knock on?
the strength
Yep.
was the
Knock
fake
on.
scam from Mr. Twit.
Oh, okay.
I think that
I know they're not actually,
I think they'll pose a
but I
serious
never
challenge
thought
to the
they
All
would
Blacks.
actually get it. I just thought that was like a fake
firmly
scam,
believe that they've got
but they
what
haven't
40,
got it.
50 players that are really quite experienced now. So
Mm.
they're going to be thereabouts.
But I wonder how they like shrink.
We got Takiaho back too as a hooker.
Yeah, it's good news for
Yeah,
us.
it's good news.
You can do anything.
Because he missed the whole of last year.
Yeah. I hear George Bell might be on the way back too.
There you go.
Yep. He was out for the season, but Rob Penny reckons he might be in the later rounds. So we got plenty of depth at hooker.
Except for those like non-fiction stories.
Oh, yeah.
Bittersweet for me if they're missing a ton of UBB players. Yeah, true. It'll mean a good top 14 season, but no tour to New Zealand.
Mainly fiction or
Roald Dahl.
non-fiction?
Yes, yeah. Kids' stories.
Is it mainly fiction or
Mostly made up stories, yeah.
Don't both hemispheres play different rugby calendars? Yeah, it doesn't quite align,
Think, wasn't it?
but it's better than it used to be.
Yes, yeah.
Tahs have got a scrum penalty now.
Those books, are they any good?
If you want, you can borrow the controller from me for a while.
Okay, sure.
Oh, what have you
It might not be
done,
the rabbit, but
Walter?
don't forget.
They had advantage anyway.
The shirts are on my bed.
What's he getting you?
He's getting me a book
AB's Hooky is
from
Cody,
YouTube.
Tokiahu, and Almore. Yeah, we've got some talent.
A book to take home and read.
Hey?
We've been discussing Roald Dahl,
Okay.
and I said that I haven't read The Going Soul.
So he's going to give her one.
So you're gonna read it?
Yes.
There you go. You can discuss it with him.
Yes.
I did that for one of the books that he had. It was a Roald Dahl short story. And I listened to the audio book while I was working, so I could kind of talk about it with him. It was quite a good idea. If I do say so myself. And I do, apparently. Has Edmund bulked up? He does look a bit bigger.
He does, eh?
You might be right, Darwin.
He was over here last year playing for North Harbour.
Yeah, he played alright for North Harbour.
Played really well.
Man, Suoli is being manhandled this game.
If they get another try, this game's going to get really interesting.
Yeah. Kane's defence has been largely pretty good, though. Oh, geez, almost
That's all right,
knocked it
that's
on.
okay. I think they got a bit of a kick up the backside at half time.
Yeah, they must have.
You're offside, number 8.
We always send our best team in England. Ireland send theirs too. I think just the top 14 season is long. Longer than everybody else's season. And we've been known to send experimental teams abroad as well. Like to Japan, we always send an experimental team.
Yeah.
We never send our best team to Japan. Or if they do, they spectate. They don't play.
They take a few A-listers, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, the tortoise has got
Oh, that was almost a beautiful bounce for the Canes, but not quite. Turnover ball is going to be killer for the Waratahs in this one.
PSG witches.
They got numbers. Charlie Gamble's trying to get across.
I think I got like another shorter copy of the
He's played alright tonight, Charlie Gamble. He's done alright.
I really want to see a strong showing from New Zealand this season. Kind of sucked last season when you guys played us Saffers. Well, we got you guys in New Zealand this year, so hopefully we'll play
Yeah. I remember Matilda.
play a bit better. Well, the Canes have got advantage this time. Roald Dahl usually hated film adaptations of his books. That's true.
Have you read it?
Thankfully, the audiobook is true to his word, just
Dude gets hurt like.
with whatever emphasis the person puts on.
Okay, I don't remember it.
I'm going to tell you what happened. You might read this already. So his grandma did. I'll tell you later.
Hope we win all 3 tests this winter just to prove a point to the French not to send their B team. They sent their B team 20. What year was it?
If he's a guy who knows
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Was it 2018?
back on.
2016?
And guess what? In this one,
No, I think it was after
the
2016.
doctor like makes a new nose.
Yeah.
Got bashed in.
Maybe it was 2018.
oh.
They sent their B team down there and we beat them all 3 tests.
Three
Comfortably.
Pretty comfortably.
replica of his own.
I remember Gal Fiku was one of the kind of few big gun guys to come
I don't
down.
think French rugby is strong as then what it is now. It's strong now.
Yeah, stronger now than it was
Strong
then.
now. Very strong.
No.
Very strong.
No,
What about? I know you're read Matilda.
Matilda, yes.
They
Oh,
got a
yeah.
good coach. Good coaching team.
Yes.
Sean Edwards.
Famous one.
Yeah, he's their
right?
defence coach. Oh, penalty try.
Maybe I should tell you.
Tahs are going to get yellow carded here
Kind of nearly about him.
from the maul.
I'm not 100% sure.
Damon Murphy's pulling out the card,
Who's in the
I'm
bin?
not sure if it was him or not him.
collapsing the maul. Who got
was
the
it?
card?
Because he goes poaching with his dad.
Can you identify who was?
Yeah, they get the maul going.
And he,
I think it's about him and his dad.
okay, and Danny learns how to.
Was it? I think it's number 16. It's the Heaven, I think, the replacement hooker.
He learns how to disassemble a small motor and replace it with all the pistons and stuff and plate.
Oh, Walton. The
Oh,
captain.
what? Okay, I got no idea then. French B team now is a lot better than it was before. That is very true, Victoria. A lot of depth in the B team, A team, C team right now.
These are all of them.
You've got a few, haven't you?
Yes, and I've also
Elleran reckons this one's all over.
Oh, yes.
I need that one for my computer.
Well, yeah, unless a miracle happens.
Wait, I'm gonna go weigh these.
France was in their B team to South Africa in 2017. We thrashed them 3-0, and that was with Coetzee as head coach. Yeah, I guess things are a bit different now, but I mean, things were a bit different for South Africa back then too, like you say. Recent years, France has sent their B team to Argentina last year, and they won one, lost one. That was when
True.
Contepomi had just taken over as Argentina coach, and they beat Uruguay as well. I think the year before was the Rugby World Cup, so it would have been World Cup warm-ups, and the year before that I think was Japan, and they beat Japan 2-0.
Didn't weigh enough to show on the screen.
To be expected.
Maybe I can add it on my document.
Oh yes, and they also played the Wallabies, like Xavier says. That's right. France lost to the Wallabies in 21
chosen
to B
one?
side. Didn't they win one of the games though? Was it like 2-1 the series?
What's that?
They went to Australia in 2021. I remember Geelong
Yeah.
and Peno went on that tour. Oh,
Go.
Umanga Jensen wants to try it.
Wow.
He's brought
Doesn't he?
down.
He's setting it up.
Oh yeah, but just couldn't quite free the arm. Charlie Gamble wants a turnover. Has he got it?
Yep.
Yep.
He has got it. Jeez. But they're going to be pulled over their own line, the Tahs. It's going to be a 5-metre scrum. Didn't the French 14 season a lot longer than Super Rugby? Oh yeah, a lot longer.
Yep.
Way longer. Super Rugby is a relatively short season. Sean Edwards has never been on England's coaching team. Yeah, I wonder why that is. He's a real character though, eh? He's one of the few assistant coaches who's got a bigger profile than some head coaches. Yeah.
I like the assistant coaches going with Andy Farrell. Good. Wise choice.
They lost 2 and won 1 game. It was in Melbourne, the one they won. Right. I vaguely remember there was some controversy about 1 or 2 of those games at the death. Sullivan's been awesome.
One, but it feels way heavier.
It's going to be interesting when Higgins and Proctor are back. Yeah.
I think Proctor's away yet. He's got an Achilles problem.
Yeah, that'll take a while to recover.
You would have thought they would have.
Wait, do you have volume soda?
Should have played more games for the All Blacks last year. Proctor. He only got that game against, who was it, Japan?
He got 1 against Japan and 1 against...
Fiji.
That's right. Jeez, you got a good memory.
Not bad.
For rugby, he has.
For rugby.
Yes.
What does he not have a good memory for? Do I not want to go there?
I'm just teasing.
I proved you wrong with Leslie today.
I'm just teasing him. He's got a good memory.
They're going to score here.
He's got a good one.
Nahola's going to get a hat-trick. Oh, has he been brought in the touch again? Is that a try saver from Suoli'i? Oh my gosh, he should have. I thought he was in for sure.
I'm reading a book at the moment, so we'll finish that.
I thought he was in for sure. That's a hell of a second, because he bumped off the right winger. Yeah, was that Lancaster? He bumps him off, but then Suoli'i with the covering tackle.
Yeah.
Oh my goody aunt. That's... What a tackle. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
that's
try there. Wow.
I wish that was a try.
That was a league tackle, that one.
Roygard could score 3 tries for your fantasy team. Surely he's going to go off soon, Roygard, with the scoreline like this.
They did.
Umanga Jensen would help Matthew's fantasy team. Will Melbourne ever get another Super Rugby franchise? I doubt it.
Yeah, no, but like the one that
I doubt
It
it.
was a penalty try.
Brad Shields coming on.
Melbourne's too competitive a sports market for rugby. Oh, here goes Yose. Man, bloody Suoli's having to do all the tackling in this one, apparently. Love puts the dink through from the holo. He's kept it in field. He's passed it to Lakai.
Oh.
Jeez, these desperation tackles from the Tahs. Oh, they got advantage for the Tahs guys being offside. Oh, the Canes have... Oh, it's backwards.
It's back.
Oh, the behind the back pass from Ruben Love.
Forward pass.
Oh, what? That's given. Man, they've been playing some scintillating rugby just now. That pass, Jimmy, yeah, man, oh my goodness. Behind the back, unbelievable. Punivo with the try. Like, Gamble couldn't take down Yosei, so Suoliti had to do it. But jeez, they're playing some nice rugby now. Dink through from the holo. Pops it inside to Lakai. He goes close. The reserve hooker, is that Julian Heaven, makes the tackle. And knock it backwards. Quick hands, whole hipper. Love behind the back. Punivai. Too much space. Try time. Oh my goodness. Melbourne already has rugby league, cricket, and AFL. Too much competition. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's a KFC.
You got a book?
Yes.
And Hoyer's hit a conversion. Good on you.
Yay.
This is becoming a bit of a lopsided scoreline.
That's class.
Yeah.
And getting close.
Sonny Bill Williams.
I mean, the Tahs held on for grim death, but that's when sometimes you just get beaten. Even Hohip is kicking conversions all around. Yeah, you know it's getting bad when that's happening to you. Umaga Jensen's come off.
Is that a good game?
Yeah, he's played well. Behind the back for a 20-25 meter pass, pinpoint accurate. I know, man, it's crazy. Still 3 minutes to go on this yellow card for Walton. It feels like forever.
Must be forever for Walton.
Yeah. France's depth is frightening. Even Hugo Rouse. Who's that? I can't even place the name. Oh man, here goes Naholo. Kick through. Nah. Oh, Villiers on for Roigard. That's a bit of a shocking kick from the Tahs under pressure. I'll be surprised if the Canes don't score another one from here. And there's still 20 minutes to go.
If they do score, I think that's game.
I think it's already game.
It's game already.
Yeah.
38-12. Close, getting close.
Yep.
Yep.
Brad
Shields.
This is a...
Oh, it's a bit of a rout now.
Yep. This is a hiding.
This is turning out to be a bit of a hiding, alright.
Arch Verman says, this is a hiding and there's still another quarter to go. Yeah, this could get really messy.
How can it get
Well, get really a hiding. It's hiding enough now.
Stop beating that poor horse. I know, right? How many tries is this year in the yellow? Is it 2 or 3? They've been piling on some points. We're so tight in the first half as well.
I mean, the Waratahs are attacking their ground.
Canes are back, Stalia. How are you breathing now?
Yeah, they let this one walk.
Comfortable?
Yes. They sure are.
Is he going to kick this one, Gazza?
Yep.
Ooh, just.
There you go.
Yep.
Squeaked
Yep.
in. Good job.
Big boy, that Brad Shields, isn't
He
he?
is, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm surprised at the score.
Yossi is so good at capitalising when opposition is broken. It kind of makes him like a last quarter player. He's really good in the loose, isn't he?
Is that a play?
They got good loose forwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right behind.
Up front brings Legarek. Yeah, he's quite a player.
Yeah, is that a plane down there?
I think it's a little boat, isn't it? A banana boat.
Don't know. Oh, it could be.
Yeah, it's got
Bit
no
hard to
wings.
tell.
Yeah, it's got no wings.
Plays for La Rochelle, under 2 winner. Okay. Oh, Champions Cup winner. Maybe I have seen him play. Boys finally flicked the switch. Yeah, Canes are playing some good rugby right now. 45-17 is... Yeah, it's a hiding. Dan McKellar is looking rather full on.
And they've got injuries to boot.
Who glued a mustache on this 12-year-old dude the Canes have rolled out on a halfback? Yeah, Viljoen's got a bit of a baby face, doesn't he?
South African.
Yeah.
South African.
Is he born here?
I don't know. No, I don't think he was.
Raised
he
here?
plays for Manawa too.
He's raised here, though, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't his dad like a Springbok or something, or his granddad?
Could have been.
I feel like he's got a Springbok connection.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know he comes from a big rugby family in South Africa.
Yeah.
This was a smash and bro tackle, this one.
Bomba. Whole hipper on Tane Edmed. Matthew reckons this could go 60 plus. Well, okay, Tahs are back to 15 now, so maybe they settle.
Oh my god. Look at these kids with their shirts off. That's funny. I don't know about that, Damon.
Canes are
I
definitely
don't know about that.
back, says Adam.
No, I don't know about that. That was a bit dubious.
Tahs have just tapped and gone.
Yeah, some of his decisions at the scrum and the breakdown leave me a bit to be desired for Damien Murphy.
Didn't
Well.
know what that one was for.
Well,
Tahs have lost it forward.
you're not meant to know.
No.
That's a puzzlement of the referee.
Because usually it's like they push too
Well,
early.
yeah, but you know.
I think the Canes will sneak into the 6 but get knocked out immediately, says Liam. We'll see. We'll see once they get some of their other backs back.
Won their last 7 matches against the Waratahs.
Yeah.
They don't look like losing this one either.
No. Wait, how long is it?
What's that crowd? 10,000?
40 minutes each side.
Yeah, probably.
That's 80 minutes altogether.
Is Auckland cooling off here? We've had some good weather the last few days.
It's been getting a bit cold.
45.
Morning
Our
and
rugby
night.
team certainly cooled off. Big time.
They're not cooled off.
Rugby team is frozen.
Frozen.
Crusaders are favourites, says Liam. I think Chiefs are still the bookies' favourite at the minute.
No, not after last week. Not after conceding 28 points in the second half. I think that the second favourites. So I think the Crusaders are favourites now. And they're getting a lot of their injured players back. So it could be a very interesting second half of the season.
Alaran says, hush, Gazza. Because he's a Chiefs fan. More knock-ons. We're getting back to the first half now.
Yeah, the first half was pretty messy.
Chiefs still got the bonus point. Did they get it? I thought they missed it.
No, they didn't get it in their last game.
Yeah, I think it was like 7 tries to 5.
Yeah.
I agree.
They won by 15, but they missed the bonus point.
Yeah. They had it for a while, but then Moana
yeah.
scored too many
They
tries.
should have got it. They went to sleep.
No bonus points. Yeah, that's right, Elaran. I seem to remember that as well. Canes are going to attack from their own 22. What's the bonus point in Super Rugby? How do you get it? You need to have 3 tries more than your opposition. So you can score 3 tries and get a bonus point as long as your opposition scores none. But if they get 1, then they take it away from you. I think we copied it from the top 14. Blues will be back next season, says Matthew. I hope so, because I'm used to us being kind of trash.
Sorry, buddy, you're looking too far ahead. Actually, technically, believe it or not, we can still make it if we win our remaining games, but that remains to be seen.
It's not as easy as it used to be because it's only a top 6 now, not a top 8.
Yeah.
But it works better for the
Correct.
comp that way.
Ah, of course it does.
Too many teams made it before. So it's not like scoring 4 tries. Indeed, it's different. It used to be the 4-try system, but they've had the 3+ system for a few years now.
Ours is different to Europe, isn't it?
I think France uses this system. I think we copied it from them.
Do you get a bonus point if you're within 7?
Yeah, you can get a losing bonus point. Oh my goodness. You know it's not the Tahs day when they concede that kind of try. Sullivan gets one. Charge down, ball loose, and he's just the guy to pounce on it. My goodness. He probably deserved the try too. He's played pretty well. Played pretty well. Charge down.
Yeah.
And then he's just the first guy. Look at him. He's running hard. The Tahs guys are arguably not running hard enough. Well, maybe not. Maybe Sullivan's just faster.
Go shower, Garrett. Go shower.
Yeah, this game's done, buddy.
Don't call me that.
That's the 50, yeah.
Ruben Love.
Ruben Love's doing the kicking.
Yeah, Riley's off.
Yeah, he's
He
missed
shanked
that
it
one.
as well. They're all kicking to the left-hand post tonight.
Yeah.
If I was kicking,
He went on the All Black tour, not last year, but the year before. All Black B team.
this is me here, and I would have kicked the ball, and the post is right over here, and I would go.
Crusaders weren't knocked out until the last round of last season, so the Blues still got a chance. That's when there was 8 teams making it, though. We only got 6 this year.
He might get it.
Well, this will only be the Tahs' second loss of 1-5, eh?
Yeah, they've been having a pretty decent season, but they'll be disappointed to ship 50 points. Oh,
dear.
man, nothing's going right for them.
When you wear dresses, do you wear pants under it?
Oh,
Oh, why? How come I can't see pants right now?
oh, not long pants,
That's knocked on.
Hey, go have a shower.
What's he doing, mucking around? Is he mucking around, Alice? Hey?
Ruben played in Ireland, didn't he, against Munster? Yeah, that sounds about right. I think he was on that tour with the All Blacks 15. Did he play? He played against Japan?
No, I'm not sure.
I think they put him on the wing.
Yeah, he can play wing. He's a bit of a utility man, actually.
Yeah.
Bit like his brother Zahn.
Yeah, that's true.
First 5, fullback.
I mean, Ruben Love.
Oh, Ruben Love, he played. He got a try. He got 2 tries against Japan.
Right.
The last 2 tries, yeah. Oh, he'll be in the All Blacks for sure. Providing he's not injured, he'll be in the squad. Whether he won't be starting, but he could be on the bench. He's a good player. A really good player. Should have been in the All Blacks earlier.
Ian is a Red supporter and he's enjoying this kind of scoreline against the Tahs. There you go.
He would be.
Tahs have got themselves a scrum penalty.
Why?
Interesting.
And the yellow team called her. The blue team is called why?
Yeah, it's Hurricanes and Waratahs.
Why did they do
Will Kiwis ever play for Aussie Super Rugby teams? They have open competition. Yeah, there are a few Kiwis, as Jimmy mentions, playing over in Australia, but those ones aren't eligible for the ABs.
You think they should be?
I feel like if they're playing in the same competition, it'd be nice to see it a little bit more open. But I do understand why New Zealand Rugby likes to keep them all centrally contracted to keep things simple.
Yeah, I'm not against New Zealanders playing for Australian teams who have been eligible for the All Blacks. I think that we could work that. Japan, well, that's a bit of a totally different story. That's a lot harder because they've got contracts over there. But Australia, yes. Japan, maybe in the future. And we know Scott Robinson's been told by Mark Robinson that New Zealand-based players only. Because Scott Robinson was really quite hot on it last year, but he seems to have changed his tune.
Just a way of starting the game again.
Yep, playing for Australian teams means you can't get picked for
I
the
think
ABs, does it?
that Scott Robinson is quite a forward-looking coach, actually.
But they do that when there's a penalty, when somebody does something wrong.
I think it's the same for the Irish teams though, right, Jezza? Like if you're playing for Scarlets in the URC, I don't think you can play for Ireland, can you?
Yeah.
Don't think.
And coaching too. For coaching. They've got a system. What's their system over there? They've got some system which
They also do
they
central.
have an incentive system.
Yeah, they do central contracts in Ireland as well.
Yeah.
To go off for 10 minutes. A red card if you do something really bad to go off.
Same for England, yeah. They got to be playing in England. You got to be playing in the Premiership
Oh,
to
they
play
dropped
for
it.
England. Jeez, I
Oh, come on,
feel like
man.
we've had a lot of knock-ons in this game. How many scrums are we up to?
Damon, what are you doing?
Because they're not under a central New Zealand contract, they're playing in Australia. Exactly right, Jimmy. It's the contractual side of thing that gets messy if you open up playing in Australia.
They've talked about a draft though, haven't they?
Yeah.
New Zealand, Australia. There's a draft that they've talked about, which makes a bit of sense.
I think it'll be hard to work. Tommy Bowe played for the Ospreys and still got picked for Ireland, so there are exceptions. Okay. The All Blacks have also made the odd exception. They once picked Matt Todd to play for the All Blacks when he was playing in Japan, when we had like an injury crisis, but I think he was due to come back to New Zealand.
Yes, he was.
So they have made the odd exception as well. The Tahs are still attacking. At least they're showing some guts, but they're getting walloped. Rian, how's it going, man? The Hurricanes heard the chat about the rise of the Aussies. Yeah, this game was close at halftime. Now it's not.
Can't throw the ball away, buddy.
Where did you get it from?
Early thoughts on Super Rugby Pacific, Oz Super Rugby Pacific's early dominance. Will it go on? I think we need to see more of these kind of games, the Aussie teams coming over here and getting wins before we can talk about that, eh? Matthew says a draft would be awesome. Elaran says a draft would be hopeless.
Two different opinions.
Those are two different opinions. The one thing I do think rugby at this level lacks compared to some other sports is like talking points during the off season. because American sports have drafts, you know, who's going to get the number one pick and which player's going to go first and which player's this big hot commodity and blah, blah, blah. And then you can follow that storyline throughout the player's career, right? Oh, he was the number one draft pick, but he actually bombed out. He was terrible. Or he was the number one draft pick and he went on to be the best player, you know, of a generation. That's quite cool.
Or consistency.
Rugby doesn't have that. Or like football has like transfers. You know, this team buys this team, but rugby doesn't have that kind of money. So the rugby season just kind of ends. And once it ends, there's no real storylines until the season starts again. That's one thing that rugby lacks a bit.
Oh, some of them do. They think it helps.
What's an off-season? Yeah, that's true, Rian. You guys just play rugby 24/7, or at least 12 months of the year. Jake is disappointed in the Tahs. I mean, they had 3 of their backs go off, which didn't help. I don't think it's changing the result for this one. Yep, they'll be disappointed for sure. Pathetic game by my Tahs. They'll be disappointed. Yeah, man. Might be nice for rugby to have a transfer window instead of announcements halfway through the season. Yeah, rugby doesn't do the transfers well either because they announce them really early. There's no, like, buzz about that kind of thing. Like, every year before the Super Rugby season starts, here we go, the Canes are going to score again. Naholo's going to get his hat-trick. He's going to bump off Lancaster again.
Yep.
This time he gets it. Can't be stopped this
Lancaster's
time.
off.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's the other guy.
Right.
Yeah. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, like Super Rugby does a squad naming day, which they try to big up, like at least the New Zealand teams do. Like where all the teams get named, like the Blues will get named at 10 o'clock, and then the Chiefs will get named at 11 o'clock, and then 12 o'clock. Like they'll stage it, it's all set. It's supposed to be this big event, but all of the big transfers are already known, and the guys that they end up kind of announcing are just squad players, you know what I mean? There's no real big hubbub about it. So, yeah.
You watch the guy's going to take the kick. If he gets it over, he gets 2 points.
He gets 57.
Yeah, it's got 55 at the moment.
No off-season, perhaps rugby is one of the few sports with a significant international schedule across both hemispheres.
Oh, he's got it.
What a kick.
Yeah, so
He's
it's
got it.
2
That's a
points.
hiding.
That is true. Cricket as well?
They're way better than
Nobody was expecting this sort of...
Nobody was calling this scoreline.
No, not at all.
55 and
Welcome to New Zealand, Sewell. He's made a couple of try-saving tackles, but not this one.
12.
And yeah, that is a tough day at the office for the Tahs. 57-12. That's a hiding. That is a hiding. League is worse. They announced leaving 1 year ahead. There you go. Liam reckons he's going to go out on a limb by saying this is the beginning of the downfall of the Aussie teams, and that sucks. We will see how, who is it, the Brumbies and the Landers go in the next
it's in
game
Canberra,
across
though.
the ditch. That might be a different story,
I picked the
but we'll
Brumbies.
see. It's going to be a wet night tomorrow in Brisbane. We'll see how that one goes. Thanks, 2 Cents family. See you next time. See you
Yeah, see you
Rays
later,
on
too.
Thursdays.
Game's finished. Yeah.
See you, Elleran. Enjoy your walk.
Gazza Mania's still here. Mark's still here. 2 cents.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here.
bye bye.
Subscribe to his channel.
There you go. If you haven't subscribed, do that. Gazza says you have
Membership.
to. Yeah, there you go. Get yourself a Gazza membership. But yeah, you guys take care. And yeah, I'll catch you guys again for another one at some point in the future. Take care, everybody. See you.